Welcome back, everybody, to more EU4 with me, Dan, or Daniel, from Dan Has Fun, as Italy. And this episode, like promised last week, we're going to go after Milan. That wasn't our plan at all. Interesting that Poland will now jump in as well. How many favours do we have with these guys? 180. We're just going to invite them both in. That way they're not going to get into wars of their own. It's just safer. Having the knights again is going to be mildly annoying, but we're just going to deal. And ultimately, which province do I really want to make the war goal? Do I have a level 4 fort in it? No, okay. Waldstadt has a level 4 fort. This one has nothing. So we're going to make the one with the fort the war goal, because it's easier to defend. That's a mountain, which stinks. Can you please move? I guess this is a way I could take some land off Toulouse as well. I didn't even think about it, but yeah, this is definitely a way I can do that. Let's go sit our stack there. That way we don't have to worry about it. Let's turn the speed down. Speed 4 at war is a disastrous idea. We got 2 free ships. Hooray! Thank you, that's taken out. Now let's go take out the Toulousian stack. They're attacking my fort on a hill, so they're going to get wrecked. Yep, full stack wipe. I guess we'll just wait to take these guys out. Do they only have 1 fort? Yes, they do. So we're going to go just siege out Toulouse, I guess, and then we'll go back and deal with... yeah, we'll deal with our own stuff over here first. It's fine. Bohemia has rebels. Weird that they didn't deal with it by themselves. They wait for Poland to do it. Very strange. They might end up sieging Bergamo out. It's fine if they do. It really doesn't matter. I just don't want to get caught with my pants down over here with rebels or, you know, Morocco wanting to jump in or Spain attacking down here. If they end up getting involved, then we'll just have to do the big old walk. Yep, we did lose that siege. It's fine. Go to another province. We're at 86% religious. 86% religious. I forgot to say the last word. Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess it's religious consistency anyway. It does hurt your corruption a little bit, but it's not too bad. As we'll join up. As for you two, you should go back and heal. Light ships are of no use to me over here anyway. They are not doing what they need to do. There's Poland going for the war goal. Good for them. Not sure what's Bohemia even doing. Okay, they're sieging out Brandenburg. That's fine. Honestly, I'm even tempted to give them some land there. I want to have a strong Bohemia because I don't want them to just crumble to Austria. But I don't mind giving them some territory. Okay, that's Toulouse, is capital sieged. Let's go carpet siege these guys. Oh no, the plague! Yes, we'll just give you some money for that. That is fine. Oh, we got a cat with the zoomies in the background. I wonder if you heard that. Francesco Stefano Paleogli Monferrato is a defensive plan and takes less shock damage. That's pretty good. A good trait to have. We can call somebody. Who else can we call in? No, Britain, you don't need to get involved in this. That's fine. Oh, hit the Windows key. Oopsie daisy. And Montpellier will be the final one. Then afterwards, their navy will have nowhere to go, and we'll just whomp them and be done with it. This stack, okay, it's protecting Alexandria, so we can just have them join up. There we go. Full. And we're going to wait until right near the end of the month, and then we'll have them combine up. Don't want to get unnecessary attrition. Beautiful. Alright. So, let's go get our siege back, because it will be very, very quick. We got 3 galleys out of that. That's wonderful. Let's go back and heal. Britain's going to go to attack more natives. They are very, very busy right now dealing with that. Support for mercantilist policies, or mercantilists. One free mercantilism, I'll take it. Especially nice when you don't have any colonies to deal with. Because they hate that. That just increases the chance that they'll rebel. Urbanization. That is a lot of money. But I'm going to do it anyway. Up DCG. Now, if we're going over here... Wow, that is a massive state. If I do this... and that... Oh my word, that's a lot of aggressive expansion. What's the development on these? Oh, Montpellier is 25 and Narbonne is 23. That is a lot. I don't need them to release Armagnac. That's not that important. Honestly, they're so weak that even breaking their alliance to Spain doesn't matter. I'd love to take some land off these guys, but I don't feel the need to. We are going to break their alliance with Spain, though, just to annoy Spain. Take some war reparations. Give up all your claims. Anything else that's even worth taking from them? Obviously, we're going to take a boatload of money, which we'll get just over half of. I could take Vivarais for 19 aggressive expansion. But honestly, I'm going to save... I'm going to keep my powder dry, and I'm going to try not to accumulate more aggressive expansion than needed so I can deal with taking Milan. Oh dear, our leader is a sinner, so +2 unrest. That stinks. So who else is in this war? A lot of one province miners. It's the one downside to having all of my stacks overseas, is I can only really do one thing at a time. Oh well, we're in no rush. We're still planning out what we're going to do. We're still just letting Brandenburg just get wrecked by Bohemia. Well, actually, Poland's up there now. Bohemia's been really, really inept in this war. Toulouse has been guaranteed independence by Spain. That's fine. I kind of figured that would happen. We don't matter. It doesn't matter right now. And then after we've besieged this, we're going to go over and beat them up over at Lyonese or Lioness. I don't know. You weren't here for me to pronounce things correctly. If you were, you're in the wrong place. Okay. Let's go wander over and beat them up. Troop numbers are pretty similar. Good job, they're the ones that will technically be the attackers on that hill. And if Poland wants to take their tiny stack in, they sure can too. We'll see what they do. No, they're busy with a slightly smaller stack. Let's have a look what their combat stats are like, just while we have the opportunity. They have more morale than we do. But we have more discipline and more cannons. They're going to try and flank us, but we're going to shoot them. Bribes more accepted. Boo. yeah, we are just chunking through them. We lost 3,800, 3,900 troops. They lost 12,000. I mean, to be fair, they got 14 army tradition out of it, so not all bad news for them, I guess. Okay, let's start taking some of these small stacks out. Let's go wander up to Luxembourg. I feel like if you force a nation to break its alliance, you shouldn't then be allowed to guarantee them immediately. It doesn't... From a balancing perspective, it doesn't feel right. Oh well, what are you gonna do? As for the Knights, I'm just gonna sit outside their territory. An honourable people. This has had a tweaked update. That's not an update. This event must have been tweaked. So we gain 20 prestige, which doesn't matter. All the excess prestige will be converted into each type of monarch power. I feel like that's a fairly new change. So what that's going to mean is we're going to get 18 monarch points in all categories, which is nice. It's real nice. Not a huge amount, but it's really, really cool. And we just stat wiped Luxembourg and Milan and Ansbach, and I didn't even realise, for the loss of 339 troops. Yay, go us! Shame this leader only has one siege hip. Kef is finally a core, so we should now have a full house on cores. Yep, overextension is 0. While the war's going on and there's nothing of any interest, let's have a look at the colony situation. So, South America, almost entirely Portugal. There's a little bit of Holland, which is cute. Caribbean, still all Spain. The Mexico and other Central America area is still a mishmash. Mostly Portugal, but there's a lot of natives still here. Western North America, pretty quiet still. They haven't got around there in full yet. Zuni are reasonable. We have still a pretty big Attahachie Federation, but it's getting crushed by the British colonies. And that is all we have up until the northeast coast. Okay. It's weird having a game where France isn't really involved in this. There's a tiny bit of French Columbia here, but that's about it. Weird and laggy when you move across while it's not paused. Weird and laggy. I think this is the C zone actually for the Knights. Yeah, it is. We're just going to sit there and we're just going to irritate them. I don't really want to take them out. They're a pain. So we're just going to sit there and their devastation will slowly tick up because they're being blockaded. Austria's entered an alliance with Geneva. We don't care. Do not care at all. This has been pieced out. Oh, I don't want it. So hang on. Before I give anybody anything, does anybody have any claims? Brandenburg doesn't have a... Poland doesn't have a claim on Brandenburg, but they do really want it. And honestly, I'm fine with giving it to them. I'm just going to flip all of this. That is 100% the wrong button. Yeah, we're going to flip it to mercenaries. That's what I meant to say. Now, I want to check the state map. So, I don't really want to give that to Poland if this is the way this is set up, because then they're going to fight over Berlin forever. Having said that, we could start giving this to Bohemia. Then give the rest of that to Poland, potentially. Let's see if Bohemia even wants this land. If I flip... Oh, I'm clicking wrong buttons like Billy. Click this back to Bohemia. They do want it, but they don't want that. What about Mecklenburg? Do you want Mecklenburg? Okay, I can't give so I can't give Poland Berlin if I do this. But I'm fine with that. Poland's going to end up eating Volgast. War reparations. Money. I can get them to cancel a subject, but that's just costing me Diplo points for no reason. And they won't do that. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm going to give Bohemia a couple of provinces. There you go. That's going to make your territory look hilarious. And it cuts Brandenburg in half, but there you go. The big Bohemia is useful for us, so I am A-okay with that. That's sieged. So Luxembourg's main location sieged out. Let's go siege out Brabant. Not sure if you can hear it in the background, but we've got the peaceful, quiet music. The game's just like, oh, this is the norm right now. Everything's on fire all the time. Let's get... now, do we want to go for Diplotech number 16, or do we want to complete trade ideas? I'm just going to complete this. Gives us more caravan power, which is fine. One extra merchant, though, is what's going to be really what we're looking for. I know we had the option in a debate last episode to get it for 10 years, but that just means I forget to update it. So this is much better. And we've unlocked 3 potential new policies: banking system, production quota, and the Public Road Act. We'll have a look at those in just a moment. We have an unassigned merchant now that we have a 5th one. We have to work out where do we want it to go. So even though it's not really that efficient, we're collecting in 2 trade nodes. Just because we have such a high percentage of the trade power. And obviously we're in Ragusa, that's pushing it to Venice. We're in Alexandria, which is also pushing it to Venice. So the next thing we could do, even though the Tunis trade node is not worth a ton of money, what's happening right now is that almost all the money in that node is getting pushed to the Seville trade node. So if we go here and start pushing in a different direction, it'll probably make us fractionally wealthier, but it'll also make Spain less wealthy. So we like that. Let's get in there. Yeah, we're pushing 3 gold to Genoa now instead. So as this month ticks by, I know Luxembourg sent me a peace request. We'll deal with that at the start of next month. Yeah, they're only getting 3 gold going instead of 7 and change, and we're getting the rest pretty much going to us. That is a distinct improvement. Okay. Luxembourg, what do you want? Money, I'm just having a look. I always like to manually check. Not going to bother pillaging you, it's not worth it. Anything to annul that's worth it? Nope. Not going to bother making you release a nation. So you get away with the nice, easy peace. Free policy, so just to confirm, Public Road Act. 10% movement speed bonus and 10% trade efficiency. It's pretty good. Compared to the 2 we have now, I would say it's distinctly better than the garrison system. So let's get the Road Act in there. Moving faster without having to pay for it. 10 out of 10. I know 10% isn't enormous, but that'll cut a day off most journeys. For admin, we now have the banking system available. 10% more trade efficiency, which is awesome. Interest per annum being reduced doesn't really matter to us because we're not playing the loan game, but it's a free policy, we'll take it. And then for diplomatic policies, the Production Quota Act, just 20% more goods produced. But everywhere just makes more of what it's making. There's definitely nothing wrong with that. Last month we made 51.71 gold. We'll see how much we make next month. Some of it's going to be offset by the fact that we no longer are getting a discount on our forts maintenance. But I want to see if we go up or down. Yeah! Plus 123 gold. Pretty good. Oh no, our general died. Which one? Of course it's the one on the siege. We have 1,000 military points too. How far? Yeah, so we're at Tech 16. We're not, obviously, we can't deal with a 135% bonus, so we might as well pump this into development. And again, we'll try and do the rounding up without failing miserably this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Beautiful. Maximum manpower is up to 121,000 at this point, which is really good. We're not at total war mode at this point, but we have a nice healthy number. Eventually, we're going to get to the point where we have so much manpower that it's going to be basically impossible to run out. Wow, that's an expensive help. Yeah, we're just not spending that much money. We don't need to. It would be different if this was a really, really, really good wonder, but it's just not. Having said that, we might as well build it. And we can spend 10,000 manpower to speed it up a bit. Yeah, it's really not great. So at level 1, the Duomo di Milano gives you more, more trade modifier. The resistance to Reformation is going to be irrelevant. We don't need more church power. But the pastor's loyalty equilibrium, at least, is something. At this point, we might as well just piece it. Do we want this province? It would be in a completely different state. How much aggressive expansion would it be? A lot. We're not taking that province. No, we're good. Wonder if you can hear that in the background too. I wonder if the dogs are seeing another dog outside or something like that, because they are going cuckoo bananas. Somebody's upstairs there with them. I'm sure they're fine. So if we took all of Milan out, that's 68 aggressive expansion. The problem is this would bring Austria in. Nobody else in there matters. But Austria getting involved stinks. I really don't want that to happen. So if I do... What's the development on Como? Why is its aggressive expansion changed so little? Oh, it's because what's happening is when I take the whole nation out, it's doing a different calculation, because obviously then Milan isn't the center of aggressive expansion because it doesn't exist. I'm tempted just to do this. Now it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it puts Spain in too. I can't do it. I want to, but I can't do it. Does that mean I just take Novara? I'm tempted just to take Novara and split them down the middle. If I take that out, does anybody then care if I take this? Yeah, they definitely do. I mean, the other thing we could do is make them a vassal, but then that's still, yeah, that's still gonna be too much. I guess we'll just take the middle province for now. This is the joy of playing in the middle of Europe, is that every nation gets very, very unhappy. We'll get them to revoke a core too. I don't want to piece them out for too long, though, because I want to go back to war with them. So I'm not going to demand all their money, I'll just take war reparations. Okay. For now, that's fine. 126, that's not that bad. And this also splits Austria in two. Milan in two. Oh, shit, split Austria in two. That'd be nice. But no, that's not quite what I meant. Poland no longer considers Russia a rival. That's interesting. Who do they consider a rival? Britain, that's unfortunate. That's not who I wanted to see. I'm not going to attack Morocco. I don't have a CB, but Morocco would get joined by the Ottomans, which is unfortunate. There must be a way to break this. Yeah, the Spain-Austria love relationship has got to get broken at some point. And normally France would be in the middle to oppose that from happening, but have you seen France? I do have a claim over Aix. That would be, yeah. The problem with that is it would bring Austria in, and if Austria ever gets to the point where they won't defend, this is a piece of cake, but not at the moment. That would be the bad. Yeah, and they absolutely love each other too. And they are even more inclined to join one another in a war against me because they both hate me. When does our peace treaty be? 1606 against Tunis. I'm just going to get a claim set up ahead of time just so that I have it. I'm going to pause because I need to sneeze. Oh, caught the mute button right before then. Oh, I'll be grateful that was a big old sneezer. The full old sinus clearer. Oh yeah, there's Sweden. Poor Sweden. I don't even know why I stayed allied to them, I just feel bad. Apparently Shun has rivaled Russia. That probably means that the Ming Empire's fallen apart. We can't see it yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing it when we can. How much can we see? Can we see any? We know on the map that the Timurids are big just because of their name, which is also quite a change to the normal formula. They usually fall apart right at the start of the game. Yeah, we still can't really see. I mean, it looks like Japan has... Japan's not formed in full. That's interesting, too. Korea's still there, you can tell because of the blue. But yeah, this is green. So Ming has clearly, at least somewhat exploded. Yeah, I'll be very curious to see what happened. You want soldiers? Yeah, I'll definitely give you soldiers. We are absolutely A-okay with that. Alright, so I think what we'll do is we'll wrap up this episode for now because it seems a nice natural point. We'll get a new general before we forget that. Survey says 5522. Welcome, Ludovico. Perfect. We will join you next episode when we will plot our next move, and hopefully you enjoyed the video and you know, let me know if you want to. Otherwise, you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now. Thank you for watching the video, and if you'd like to see more, feel free to stick around.